Nintendo's back catalog is simply insane. Of the big three, they're the ones that are the most defined by their games. If you look at the best-selling video games by console, Nintendo's games simply dominate their lists, while PlayStation and Xbox will have plenty of third-party games on there. Plenty of my favorite games come from the SNES, Nintendo 64, and GameCube era specifically. The amount of times that I've sunk into those three consoles alone is nothing short of embarrassing. When it comes to actually playing these consoles nowadays, though, it's honestly kind of a mess for me. My Nintendo 64 is tucked away on my second TV, I use my SNES Mini for SNES games, and I just straight up emulate my GameCube games. Controllers get bad, newer TVs only have HDMI outputs, older games start to degrade, this shit gets expensive online. It's a story that's been over so many times by now. At one time, I thought Nintendo did an actually decent job preserving these games. I miss the Virtual Console, man. That shit was so cool. There's just something so cathartic about being able to play older games on newer hardware. I personally hate streaming services with a passion now, and that includes that piece of shit Nintendo Switch Online. I'm not paying $50 a year to rent 20-year-old ROMs. That just is not happening. Maybe if they put them on the eShop, I would buy them. I put my money where my mouth is. I've bought games like Pikmin 1 and 2, Metroid Prime, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and remakes like the Super Mario RPG one. Outside of Nintendo, I love how Steam has classics like Monster Rancher and Chrono Trigger. So what is my ultimate Nintendo dream? That will simply never happen. I want Nintendo to open up a ROM website and just go ham on their back catalog. Put the major games from the NES to GameCube era. Add some bells and whistles like higher resolution, modern day controller support, save states. You know, the goddamn basics that unpaid fans have been doing for years. If Nintendo did this, oh god, I'd be buying games left and right. Mario Kart Double Dash, Earthbound, Pikmin, Super Smash Bros., Mario Party, Kirby's Adventure, and so on and so forth. Wii would also be pretty cool, but I get how that would be kinda weird due to the controller. If Nintendo had this approach, it would be nice, because one of the biggest worries for me is if these legacy games would be transferable to the newest console. They did this from Wii to Wii U. Sort of, you had to pay an extra $1 or $2, in quotes, upgrade it, but at least the option was there. And if you didn't want to pay that extra $1, you could still play these games on Wii U through the Wii menu by transferring data. How about Wii U to Switch though? Nope, they're doing that annoying goddamn subscription bullshit that everyone else is doing now. I'm so sick of subscription services, man. I want to own my shit. I really hate this new principle of paying more and not owning anything. No wonder people pirate shit. It's easier, cheaper, you get a better service. That's for a different video though. I get why Nintendo won't do this, obviously. They probably would make massive bang for the first few months or so, but like after that, the cash will dry up quickly. The diehard fans would buy their shit, play them, and move on. I can get behind the fact that the general public just does not care about old games. They're into what's new. It's disappointing as someone who actually views games as art. The fact that Nintendo treats their back catalog as so disposable, it is annoying to me. The 3DS and Wii U eShops are the last way to buy these games legally. The online service is just a slap to the face. Like, how are we years into this stupid fucking service and we do not have staples like Banjo-Tooie, the original Smash Bros, and do not get me fucking started on Pokemon, man. Gens 1 through 3 would kick ass on Switch. Even if they did like a ROM storefront like Steam or something, again, I'd pay top dollar for that shit. Especially if they worked on emulators themselves to smooth out the issues, because as it stands now, no! I'm not gonna pay hundreds of dollars for Chibi Robo. I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for Pokemon Black 2. I'm simply going to acquire them in, different ways. God, now I'm actually dreaming of opening a Nintendo launcher on PC with games from different eras all just lined up in front of me. It would be so cool to seamlessly switch between Wario Land 4 to Super Mario 64 to Luigi's Mansion to F-Zero to Pokemon Soul Silver. I know some will say emulation is just perfect, and hey, when you're running something like Dolphin, I agree. But man, maybe I'm just dumb. Can someone point me to a good Nintendo 64 or like DS emulator? It seems like every time I try, something goes wrong. Or how about PS1? I want to transfer my Digimon World save file to PC because my PS3, that is going to blow up sometime soon. Again, if Nintendo actually did this and put in the work to make the emulators easy to use, I would spend so much money on this shit, it's just not even funny. I know, it will never happen, but let me dream. It would ensure that these older games will have a longer shelf life. It would ensure that the people who are now discovering these games can buy them and play them ethically. It would ensure that Nintendo would at least get some sort of cut. I could spam Gabe Newell's quote, but if you clicked on this video and watched it this far, you already know it. It's one that I agree strongly with though. I wouldn't acquire all these GameCube ROMs in a certain way if Nintendo just fucking did something like this. Or at the very least, just put them in the goddamn eShop. None of this fucking rental bullshit. Anyway, time to wind down with the Super Smash Bros. Melee copy that I definitely obtained ethically. Thanks for your time.